Om Swastiastu. Hello everyone. Hello Mr. Jude. So now we are gonna make a final exam for enterprise networking to configuration about the Nextcloud and radius in configuration in use to Docker. So before we are presentation, now let us introduce ourselves. Me first. My name is Krito Wijaya. With starting number is 23150911028, and beside me is my friend.
My name is Imadia Ditya Dwi Putra. My student number is 23150911003.
Okay, now we're gonna start the presentation. Okay, about this project, the free radius LDAP and Nextcloud and Onlyoffice using Docker containers connected via user-defined network. Each service plays a distinct role. So the free radius running in the Docker container handles authentication requests from Nextcloud by validating user credentials through the LDAP. So the LDAP acts as a centralized directory for user information and attributes, and the Nextcloud also containerized. So the connect to MariaDB or Progress SQL database for the data storage. It uses free radius and LDAP for external user authentication and integrates with Onlyoffice for document collaboration, and the Onlyoffice runs in the separate container and interact with the Nextcloud over the Docker network. And also the MariaDB or PostgreSQL database securely stores all application and configuration. The dedicate of Docker network ensure seamless and secure communication between services. So the user access Nextcloud via a web browser. And the authentication requests are processed by FreeRadius through LDAP and ensuring a secure and centralized system, and the integration with the Onlyoffice further enhance the collaboration within the Nextcloud platform. So that's all from the presentation about the previous. And the next is the configuration and by edit.
Alright, so before the configuration, I will explain about the Docker Compose file. Alright, so this is the Docker Compose file. So first we have the version and then the list of the service. So there are 5 services. The first one is gonna be radius. So we are using someone else's image here. This is the free radius that already configured with LDAP, so we don't need to configure any further. So this is using the port of LDAP, and the environment are going to be using based on our LDAP server, and it's going to depend on LDAP and connected to the network of our Docker network, which is named app network. The second service is gonna be the LDAP. So this is where the LDAP server container will run. This is our base domain and the user credential. And we are also using volume for the config and data. And we are using the same network. And then the third one is the LDAP admin. So this is the web interface for the LDAP, so we can configure the account without using terminal. Next one is the MariaDB. This is the database for Nextcloud. So this is where we save our Nextcloud account and database. And lastly is the Nextcloud container. This is where we run the Nextcloud server, and using the port 8082. And there are 3 volumes, the config data, and also one is for Onlyoffice. I already pre-installed the Onlyoffice, so we don't need to install. And I think that's it for the Docker Compose explanation. Next, we will demonstrate the configuration. Okay, so first we need to disable the radius first. Then we are going to run the docker compose. Okay, so we just wait. Right, so all the containers are up. Now we check the docker container, so we can see that it's all running. Now first we're going to the php myadmin first, and we are going to log in. Okay, so we put our admin and password, and we go on login. So now we need to create a group and also the POSIX group. First, we are going to create the organizational unit. We're going to name it people, create object and commit. Okay, next one we are going to create the POSIX group, which is gonna be the user group. Okay, so it's correct. Next, create object and commit. Now we already create the group. Now we go to people and create a account. So we put the name and user ID. Then we also put the password in here. Then we select the key ID number, and we left the login cell empty and create object. Commit. Okay, so after that we are going to create the second account. Okay, so we name the second user. We change the user ID. Then we type the password for the user again. Change the key ID number and create the object. Okay, so I think that's all. Okay, so I think I put it in the wrong group, so we're gonna create the user again and create it on the people group. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat the last step. Change the user ID and then enter the password again. Okay, so we already create 2 users in group people. Now we are going to delete all of the disable point, and we enable the radius, and then we run docker compose again with radius. Okay, so the container is started, so this radius will already configure with our LDAP connected. Okay, so now the only thing we need to configure is the Nextcloud. So let's go to the Nextcloud web. Okay, first it will show that we need the permission to apps, so we just need to go into the container and change the permission of the var www.html data. So let me paste my comment here and change the permission. Okay, so we just wait. Okay, now we already changed the permission. I'm gonna refresh, and okay, now we are going to enter our admin user and install the Nextcloud file. Okay, so we install and wait. so it's gonna take a while. Okay, so it's already installed. We just skip this. Now the Nextcloud is successfully configured. Now we need to enable the LDAP backend. So we go to apps and we go into your apps and search for the LDAP user. Okay, it's right here. Now we need to enable it. Okay, so it's already enabled. Now we just need to configure Nextcloud to connect to the LDAP. Okay, we need to type the host. The host is LDAP, and for the port we are using the container port. Now the user DN, we can check on the LDAP. Okay, so we just copy this. Now we paste here. Password, we are going to be using the LDAP password. Okay, save credential. Now last step is we're going to put the base DN. It's gonna be the domain name. Okay, just paste here and just test the base DN. Okay, so it says configuration okay, and now we continue. Okay, so now we need to verify the setting and the con user. Okay, we need to click on it again. Okay, so choose user file. Now we continue and verify the setting for the each user. So first user is gonna be this. Okay, so we verify this. Verify setting. Okay, so user phone, and now we're going to verify the second user. Okay, so now continue, and I think that's all for the LDAP AD integration. Now we are going to test the user login.
Alright, for the user login, we will try to login again with the first account, and it will be the edited with first, and we put it the password here, and the password will be like that, the password, and we login in, and must be successfully right here. We wait until the login the successful. Alright, as you can see here, the first account, it will successfully login in the Nextcloud. And then we try the login with the second account. It will be the right here in the LDAP, the Tommy, and we put it the account name and the password. Okay, for the password, we are logging in, and it will be successfully also. right, as you can see here again, the login of the first account and second account is successfully done, and the testing for the login, it will be successful, and the configuration, it will be done. That's all for the configuration, the successfully. Okay, after the configuration is done, we are now now next to further the testing for the Onlyoffice. Okay, for the testing Onlyoffice, as you can see here, we jump to the Nextcloud again, and then we create an account. Go to the apps, and we go to the your apps, and as you can see here, we are already have an community command server, and we enable it. Okay, we are go to the files, and we search for the Onlyoffice, and we download first. Okay, we wait until the download is done, and the Onlyoffice is successfully done for the downloaded, and we enable the community document server. Okay, enable it, and after this, we go to the files in the top left, and then we go to the document, and is right here we add the new document, like this in the files, and we create a new document, but we upload the files first. Okay, the upload is done, and we are testing now in the Onlyoffice. Right here. Yes, as you can see here, this is the program is successfully running and successfully. Alright, guys, maybe that's all for our presentation about the configuration of integration Nextcloud and Radius using Docker Compose, and the configuration is done. Also the testing is already running. So maybe that's all. Thank you, and see you again. Well,